ideas about healing and quickly learned to dismiss most of them. Her healing journey couldn't be wrapped up in a box or mapped out with a formula. Loss changed everything, and there was no way around it. There was no roadmap to follow that led you directly out of the desert. "Did you go to the gravesite today?" Danielle asked, matching Madison's pace. "Not yet." She slowed her pace slightly. Every year on the anniversary of Luke's death, she'd taken flowers to his grave. But for some reason, she hadn't planned to go this year, and she wasn't even sure why. She'd been told how grief tended to evolve. The hours and days after Luke's death had left her paralyzed and barely functioning, until one day she woke up and realized time had continued on, and somehow, so had she. She wasn't done grieving or processing the loss. Maybe she never would be completely. But she managed to make peace with her new life. Most days, anyway. "You know I'm happy to go with you," Danielle said. "I know, but I'll be fine. I'll go later today." Danielle had been the protective older sister for as long as she remembered. Her sister took another sip of her water and stared off into the distance. "Want to head up on the observation deck? The view of Mount Rainier should be stunning today." "I need to get back early, but there is something I've been needing to talk to you about." "Of course." Madison hesitated, worried she was going to lose her nerve if she didn't tell her sister now. "I've been doing a lot of soul-searching lately, and I feel like there are some things I need to do in order to move on with my life." "Okay." Danielle cocked her head to the side, hands on her hips. "That's great, though I'm not sure what it means." Madison hesitated. "I've asked for a transfer." Danielle took a step back. "Wait a minute. A transfer? To where?" Madison started walking again. "Just down to the U.S. Marshals district office in Portland. Maybe it sounds crazy, but I've been feeling restless for a while. I think it's time for a fresh start, and I'll be closer to Dad." "Maddie." Danielle caught her arm. "You don't have to move away to get a fresh start. And there are plenty of other options besides your moving. The most logical one being that we can move Dad up here. I'll help you look for a place for him like we talked about, and we'll be able to take care of him together." Madison shook her head. "He'll never agree to move. You know how stubborn he is. Besides, he visits Mama's grave every day. How can we take that away from him? It's his last connection to her. He needs to be here. You need to be here." Madison hesitated, wishing now that she hadn't brought it up. "Even if Daddy wasn't in the equation, I need to do this for me. It's been 5 years. I need to move on. And for me, that means finally selling the house and starting over. I've been dragging my feet for too long." "I'm all for moving on, but why can't you do that right here? Buy another house in a different suburb, or a loft downtown if you want to be closer to work. Seattle's full of options." Madison's jaw tensed, but she wasn't ready to back down. "I need to do this, and I need you to support me." "I get that, but what if I need you here? I know that's selfish, but I want my girls to know their aunt. I want to be able to meet you for lunch when you're free, or go shopping, or it's a 3-hour drive. I can come up for birthdays and holidays and with all your time off." Danielle shook her head. "I know your intentions are good, but I'd be lucky to get you up here once a year." "You're wrong." Madison fought back with her own objections. "I'm not running away. I'm just starting over." Danielle's hands dropped to her sides in defeat. "Just promise me you won't do anything rash." "I won't. I've just been doing some research." Danielle glanced at her watch. "I hate to cut things off here, but I really do need to get back home. I didn't know it was so late. Come over for dinner tonight. I'm getting Chinese takeout. We can talk about it more. Besides, you don't need to be alone today. I'm sure the anniversary of Luke's death is part of what's triggered this need to move." Madison frowned, though her sister's words hit their target. "You know I love you, but I don't need a babysitter." "Isn't it enough that I love your company?" Danielle asked. "I was going to spend a quiet night at home. Maddie, I might be your little sister, but I'm not so little anymore. Stop worrying. I'm good, I promise. I just need a change, and I need you to support my decision." "Fine. You know I will, even though I will continue to try."